No, 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 no. It's one game. It's one game. We gotta stop with this. It's one game. But you know what? Things that make you go, Did the Detroit Red Wings just show off that they have gotten it together? Yesterday, we made a video heading into, or not heading into, but during the Red Wings and the Islanders game, talking about how Pavel Datsyuk officially signed a one-day contract to be a part of the Detroit Red Wings and end his illustrious hockey-playing career as a member of the Red Wings. We kinda joked around in that video saying, hey, it'd be actually great if Pavel Datsyuk could play, right? And unfortunately, he did not play, but he was in the building. Everybody was celebrating his Hockey Hall of Fame night for Pavel Datsyuk. Great to see him sign the contract and be a part of the Wings one more time. But in this game, the Wings actually did pull off a very impressive victory. It was 2-1 against the New York Islanders. It was 1-0 for most of the game, until the very last minute when one Lucas Raymond scored with only 52 seconds remaining to give the Wings the lead and ultimately the victory. Jonathan Berggren also scored with 5 minutes to go in the third period too, breaking the 1-0 score that had held up for most of the game. This was a very tight, a very hard-checking, and a very, let's just say, kind of like solid game. Not solid as in, oh, it was a solid game. Solid as in, like, this was a very immovable game. Both teams were playing such a heavy, focused style that you kind of had to in order to match up against this opponent, because this was almost like a chess match, to be honest. Even the Berggren goal that was scored to get things going for Detroit, it only came off of a capitalized broken stick. That is when Berggren decided to walk right down the right wing, fire it past the goaltender, and Selly like crazy in the corner, because up to that point, the Wings had been piling shots and shots and shots onto Ilya Sorokin, 0 for 3 in the power plays, and they still were not able to beat him. It wasn't until the very end there that they finally broke through. And then, of course, Dylan Larkin setting up Lucas Raymond in the face-off circle for the final goal with a minute to go. Larkin over to Raymond. He just kind of puts all his body weight into that shot and beautifully fires it past Ilya Sorokin. 2-1 game is the final score here, and the Wings had 31 shots on goal. It's kind of funny, because if we dive into some of the ideas that have been floating around about this game after the fact, we're seeing a lot of positivity, and not necessarily just because the team won, but because of how the team looked in the win. Let's go out there and read some of the comments on the R Detroit Red Wings subreddit. The first one says, oh yeah, Pavel Datsyuk won his last game as a Wing. Okay, we're gonna skip over that. It's kind of funny how that works, but yes, that is true. Major breakthrough tonight, boys. It turns out shooting the puck a lot increases the likelihood of scoring. We did it! Who would have thought that increasing the quantity of scoring chances would mean a similar increase in the chance of scoring? Amazing! Then you had yourselves another comment made talking about Alex Lyon. He kept us in the game. Some crazy deflections that he stopped. I mean, yeah, the Lion King, when he's on his game, he is absolutely on, right? Gritty win. The Islanders made it a frustrating game, but the Red Wings kept it all night and were rewarded in the end. That's how you start righting the ship. Anyone else notice how pumped up Lyon was at the final horn? Our team is frustrating to watch, but if I had to watch Islanders hockey every night, I'd take long breaks from this game. I couldn't imagine being an Islanders fan watching their brand of hockey every night. Yeah, maybe it's because it's New York that they play like that, and that's the discussion we're having here anyways, but some of the other comments here are talking about the line combinations, how dangerous Marco Kasper looked with Kane and DeBrincat, how some of these lines can continue to progress, what some of the other guys are going out there and looking like, but I also wanted to turn your attention to an article published by Bob Duff on Detroit Hockey Now after the game yesterday. The Red Wings post a mental fortitude victory. Ultimately, this bleeds into the main idea that I wanted to present in this video. How, for the Detroit Red Wings, if they can start stringing together efforts like this, things might actually start looking up for this team. It was a long time coming, but the fact that this 2-1 victory over the Islanders on Thursday arrived was all that mattered for a team in desperate need of a feel-good performance. Embattled Red Wings coach Derek Lalonde was calling it a mental fortitude win. Of course, we needed one, Lalonde said. I thought we hung in there. That's a tough team to get offense on, especially when the goalie looks like he is zoned in, which he was tonight. Of course, Derek Lalonde said, it's important, but our guys are pretty good at staying in the moment. I mean, yeah, you can make the narrative any way you want. We've got points in 2 straight games. Obviously, it doesn't feel good enough. There's noise around it, but we had a really good practice on Wednesday. Some of the things we emphasized, improved tracking, improved D-zone, I thought they translated. And again, I thought we got what we deserved. And so with this in mind, I wanted to ask you the question. With this performance against the New York Islanders, as well as the performance the other night against the San Jose Sharks, the overtime loss, are the Red Wings starting to turn it around? Now, that might be hypocritical of me to go out there and bring up, because last time against the San Jose Sharks, we made a video talking about Derek Lalonde and how whether or not he actually could be on his way out anytime soon. But all you need is a game, right? All you need is one amazing, feel-good, solid performance where everybody contributes and everybody looks all right to start streaking it up a little bit, to start building that momentum, to start believing in yourself a little bit more. Because once the team feels that they could go, once the team feels like they can do it, anything is possible, really. And it's like this with all professional sports teams, no matter who it is you're playing. Obviously, more talented players are going to succeed more often than less talented ones. But even for a team like the Detroit Red Wings, they only got better from last offseason until now, right? They added some extra guys, they got Tarasenko, they brought on these names, they re-signed Patrick Kane, etc., etc. But for the most part, a lot of the guys that were on the Wings team from last season, when they won 3 in a row to end off the year with a bunch of wins and almost made the playoffs, most of the guys that were on that team are still on this team right now. So whether or not it's just the mindset, it's the mental fortitude, it's the team believing in themselves, it's them having the confidence to say, hey, we can control this game. We are going to hang in this game. If we make a mistake, fine. Alex Lyon is there to bail us out. Cam Talbot is there to bail us out. But we're going to keep on putting the effort on. And you have guys like Jonathan Berggren, for example, streaking down the wing and firing pucks into nets instead of maybe making the pass or trying to slow down and letting the guys come into the zone. Nah, that's a confident play to just drive right into the zone and fire it. There were chances and shots with the Red Wings in this one. They just felt like they were going, and they got a dub, a very hard-earned and mental fortitude-inspired dub as a result. So I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are the Detroit Red Wings finally back? Are they finally figuring it out? Is this what we've been waiting for the Detroit Red Wings? Is it premature to make these kinds of conversations or comments based off of one game? It might have been the best game they've played all year, to be honest, but do you think it's fair to bring this up? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this Vishashros 99 article, and Reddit post will be linked in the description if you wanted to dive into that yourself. And bye.